Hello guys, today we will be making chocolate cake pops. This is a fun recipe and this is a copycat recipe from Starbucks. So I baked chocolate cake about a day ago and I let it sit all crumbled up like what you saw because it's best to use it when the cake is dry. And then I took some buttercream and I added it in. Then you're going to mix it until the cake and the buttercream stick together like so. And then to make it into a ball, I placed it onto my palm and I flattened it out first. Then I rolled it into a ball. By doing that, it allows the cake pop to stick together better, especially when you bite into the cake pop. So the cake ball will be really greasy, so what I did was I rolled it onto paper towel to take away some of the grease, and then I placed it onto a platter. Next, you're going to melt the chocolate, and this is some shortening flakes. You're going to add a pinch of it and then melt it for about the most 30 seconds. And it has to be very liquidy like so. And then I took a cake stick and I dipped it in chocolate and then I pushed it into the cake ball. And then I allowed it to sit for about 5 minutes until it dried up, and then I dipped it into chocolate. Everyone has their own technique of making cake pops, especially dipping the chocolate, so do whatever is best for you. I just dipped it in and then I took out the excess chocolate by tapping on the bowl. Then I let it dry up for about 3 minutes. Then I added sprinkles. You don't want to add the sprinkles immediately because if these sprinkles were bigger, it would fall off the chocolate, but it's best just to wait 2 to 3 minutes after. And that's it. It's really easy and it's fun to make, and it actually tastes like the Starbucks cake pop.
Microwave cookies. Let's begin. So in a microwavable safe bowl or mug, you're going to add the butter and make sure it's softened. And you're just going to butter the whole bowl or mug. So once you're finished, you're going to add the granulated sugar, the brown sugar, and you're going to mix it until it is light and fluffy. Next, you're going to add 1 egg yolk, some vanilla extract, and you're going to mix it until it is well combined. Next, you're going to add the flour and a pinch of salt, and you're going to mix it until most of the flour is disappeared or has disappeared, and then you're going to add the miniature chocolate chips. So next, with your spatula, you're going to flatten out the cookie and you're going to pop it in the microwave. So my microwave is pretty strong, so I only heated this cookie for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. It wasn't too long. I suggest warming it for about 45 seconds and then taking a look at the cookie to see if it needs like a couple of more seconds or 30 more seconds. So I added a little bit more chocolate chips to make it look more delicious. And that's it. This is such a quick and easy recipe, especially for those of you who want the cookie but don't want to turn on the oven.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be sharing with you how to make mug cakes, which is really simple and easy to do. Let's begin. So first I grabbed the mug. Then I put 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of white sugar. Or you can use whatever sugar you would like. I just used white because that's what I had. Then you're going to add 1 egg. I tried adding only half an egg, but the consistency and the texture and the taste didn't taste as good as 1 whole egg. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Then 3 tablespoons of oil. I just used vegetable oil because that's what I had, but you can use whatever you'd like. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of milk. Now the next part, you're going to be adding the Nutella, and this is what makes this mug cake really good, is because the Nutella just gives all the flavor. And you're going to be adding 2 tablespoons. After I ate it, I thought, you know what, probably 1 tablespoon or tablespoon and a half would be good because this cake was really sweet, but it was really good. Then you're going to mix everything thoroughly and make sure you reach down at the bottom because there might be some leftover powder or all-purpose flour. And then you're going to warm it on high for 2 minutes.
And I understand that everybody's microwave is different, so just adjust the time according to your microwave. So next we're going to start working on the second cake. Now the second cake is just a regular old chocolate cake because I know some of us may not be able to get Nutella. So this is a really simple and easy. Let's get started. So you're going to add a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, and 3 tablespoons of milk. And don't forget to add the 1 egg. Then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of oil. I use vegetable oil. Then you're going to add a pinch of salt and a few drops of vanilla extract. Then you're going to mix everything thoroughly and make sure you get the bottom because I didn't mix the bottom very well and my sister ate a few pieces of all-purpose flour. And that's it. You're going to put it in your microwave and warm it for 2 minutes. Now this mug cake was more of a brownie texture. It's really good. So first you're going to add the sugar. Then the all-purpose flour. Then 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. Then a pinch of salt. 1 tablespoon of oil. Then you're going to add water, and I added about a handful of nuts. And that's it, guys. This is how it came out. As you see, the first one overflowed and the other 2 didn't. I've tried many different flavors of mug cakes and I found that the chocolate ones were my most favorite, and I shared with you the top 3 that I loved the most. Here are a couple of pictures I took of the mug cakes when I flipped it over and took it out. The Nutella one didn't turn out so well coming out because it was so moist, but it was really good, guys.
And I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite cakes, hot fudge chocolate cake. This is such a simple and delicious recipe for you chocolate lovers. Let's begin! In a large bowl, add 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and take your whisk and you're going to mix it until everything is well combined. And to get the complete recipe, head over to simplybakings.com. Once everything is mixing very well, you're going to add a half a cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and mix until everything is well combined. Add the batter into a very well greased pan and you're going to spread it out with a spatula. Add 1 cup of packed brown sugar on top of the chocolate batter. Add a 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Then pour in 1 3/4 cups of hot water over the entire batter. Bake for 35 to 40 minutes or until the sauce bubbles or the batter is set. This is the perfect cake for the chocolate lover. It is so easy to make and so delicious. This is a great dessert to take in for your New Year's party that you will be attending. Make sure to add some of that hot fudge sauce onto your cake. To top it off, add vanilla ice cream or whipped cream. Hi guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make mini chocolate cupcake. You're going to need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 1/4 cups of unsweetened cocoa powder, 2 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2.5 cups of sugar. Then go ahead and sift everything into the bowl. Then make a well in the middle. Then you're going to add 2 large whole eggs plus 1 yolk, 1 1/4 cups of milk, half a cup of vegetable oil,
1 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 1/4 cup of warm water. Then you're going to mix everything very well. The bowl was too small, so I had to transfer it to a larger bowl. And look how thick this batter is. It was actually really good. I tried it. So grab your mini muffin pans, put the paper cups in there, and then add the batter, and then you're going to bake it for about 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. So if you'd like to add frosting to these cupcakes, you're going to fill these liners only about halfway to allow the frosting to sit on top nicely on these mini cupcakes. You're going to need some cardstock paper with some fancy designs, scissor, stapler, and some Ziploc bags, or if you have some cellophane bags, you can use that. So the next part is really simple. All you need to do is line the paper with the plastic. You can mark it if it makes it easier for you. Then go ahead and cut it to the size that you want. Fold it in half. Place about 3 or 4 cupcakes in the bag. Now if you add frosting, this won't work. So this is also great for muffins. Just like that, then you're going to place the paper on top, grab your stapler, and staple it. And here's the final product. It's really simple, guys. I love doing this and giving this to my family. Today we're going to take a little break from baking and make some delicious hot chocolate. I will be sharing with you 3 different ways to make hot chocolate under 5 minutes. Let's begin. The first hot chocolate is peanut butter hot chocolate. This is a delicious and warm hot chocolate that you will love if you are a peanut butter lover. In a small saucepan, you're going to add 1 cup of milk, half a cup of heavy cream, and just stir it for a couple of minutes. Then add 4 ounces of mini chocolate chips. You're going to stir it for a couple of minutes, making sure the chocolate does not stick to the bottom of the saucepan. After most of the chocolate melted, I added a 4th cup of creamy peanut butter. You're going to keep mixing until the peanut butter has completely melted into the hot chocolate. This peanut butter hot chocolate is so delicious, so creamy, and so warm during the cold days of winter. If you're a caramel lover, this hot chocolate is just for you. In a small saucepan, you're going to add half a cup of milk, a 4th cup of heavy cream. Then you're going to add 5 ounces of mini chocolate chips. Once most of the mini chocolate chips have melted, you're going to add 3 tablespoons of caramel sauce. If you need a recipe, I do have one homemade. I will link it in the description box. So you're just going to continue mixing for about a couple of minutes, and that's it. This isn't as thick as the peanut butter chocolate, but it is still really good and so heartwarming, and you guys will just love it. I loved it. It was one of my favorites out of the 3. The last hot chocolate is Nutella hot chocolate. This is a super easy recipe and just a few ingredients. In a small saucepan, you're going to add 1 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of Nutella, and then you're going to mix it until the Nutella melts. Then you will add 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. After everything has melted and combined together, you're going to add a pinch of salt for taste. The Nutella hot chocolate, guys, was so delicious. You only know how good it is if you try it. So I added whipped cream to all of the hot chocolates and sprinkled it with unsweetened cocoa powder, or you can sprinkle caramel or Nutella sauce. Now I ran out of whipped cream for the last hot chocolate, and that's why that doesn't have whipped cream on the hot chocolate. Anyway, guys, out of the 3 hot chocolate, which one do you think you will like the best? Caramel, peanut butter, or Nutella? Let me know in the comments. Hi guys! Today we will be making chocolate pretzel rods, which are great gifts to give to your family and friends. Let's begin! So first of all, you're going to melt the first batch of chocolate, and this is how it looks like after I melt it. And it was a little bit too thick and I wanted a thinner consistency, so I added some shortening. So just mix it until all of the shortening is gone. If there's lump, it's okay, don't worry about that. Then you're going to grab your pretzel rods and you're going to dip it in the chocolate. Now, it might be easier to use a cup and then put the chocolate in, but I just used a bowl and a spoon, and this is how it turned out. So I got the sprinkles that I wanted to use, and I just held the rod above a platter and just sprinkled the sprinkles, like so. And then I placed it on wax paper and the chocolate hardened within 10 seconds. And that's pretty much it. So I made one with red sprinkles. And I made some with candy cane sprinkles, and these actually tasted like candy canes. They're very minty. I made another one with gingerbread men, and these taste like gingerbread men. Also, I found out that the white chocolate dipped pretzels were much prettier to look at. And here's another one with Christmas tree sprinkles. And that's pretty much it, guys. Really simple to make. It's a great gift to give because people thought that it took you forever to make it, but really it just took you what?
So today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make chocolate candy. Let's begin. So you're only going to need 4 ingredients. The 4th one is actually optional. So in a small bowl, you're going to add the unsweetened cocoa powder, coconut oil, which is melted, and a liquid sweetener. I used honey. I love honey, but if you don't like honey, you can use any other sweetener that you have at home. Then you're going to mix it very well until there are no clumps. If there's a few clumps, just pop it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. And to get the complete recipe, head over to simplybakings.com. And to make the chocolate a little easier to pour into the molds, I placed it back into my measuring cup and I poured the chocolate into these molds. Now here's the optional ingredient. I added sprinkles just to give it a festive look since Valentine's Day is coming very soon. Pop this in the freezer for about 25 minutes, and since these molds are small, it doesn't take very long to freeze. I love how easy this was to make, and the taste was really good. It was more of a bitter chocolate. If you want the chocolate to be more sweet, add more sweetener. Comment below, guys, and let me know what you want to see on my next Baking on a Budget series. Happy baking! Today we will be making chocolate chip cake batter cookies. So for this recipe, you're going to need a golden vanilla cake mix. Then you're going to add it to the bowl. Add half a cup of softened butter, about 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, 2 eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then grab your handheld mixer and you're going to whip it till everything is mixed in very well. Add 1 cup of chocolate chips, and I added some pink heart sprinkles to give it more of a Valentine's Day look, and I just mixed it until everything was mixed in very well. And then I took my ice cream scooper because these just make the perfect size cookies, and I placed it onto my baking mat. You can either oil the pan, but I had the Silpat and these work really great. And then I baked it for about 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 14 to 16 minutes, or until golden brown. Let it bake for about 2 more minutes on the baking pan and then transfer it to a cookie rack. And then you're ready to serve. These cookies were very chewy and they were so quick to make.